Hi guys, welcome back. This is the TVS Ntorq 125 and it's one of the most compelling options in scooter segment in market now. TVS has designed a sporty looking scooter which is a joy to ride. It's also the first scooter in India to have a Bluetooth connectivity. It has a very sharp looking modern design. The front tire is 100 mm tubeless tire and the rim is a 12-inch alloy. The black diamond cut alloy used in the Ntorq looks striking. Checking the front design, the scooter sports a dual tone paint job and the paint scheme used is both the matte and the glossy type. And I really like the blend here. The modern looking front panel houses the headlight which looks pretty good. The Batwing style daytime running light is LED which has two settings. You can either set to normal or go for the high intensity beam. This is done with the main headlight on-off switch. When you turn the main headlamp on, the daytime running light will be set to normal lighting mode. But if you turn the main headlamp off, then it will increase the intensity of the daytime running light. Now the intensity of the main headlamp is good, but not the best. During pitch dark, you can see sufficiently well. The beam is strong and you won't have much trouble riding at night. And with this different setting options available, the headlamp is good. The handle portion houses the indicators. The handle from the front is not as modern as the rest of the scooter and it's the only portion that didn't excite me. Talking about excitement, the rear looks so modern and sharp. I really love the rear design. The rear tire is 110 mm in thickness and uses the same rim on the front. Now the rear design has these vents which are only for aesthetic purpose. There is a TVS chrome finish 3D branding and then the main highlight which is the rear tail light. It's just stunning. Turn on the ignition and it lights up with a T and it's the best modern design I've seen in any scooter in India yet. The pillion grab rail is also stylish and it's the split type. It's not that comfortable to hold, but the design looks very appealing. One thing about the design here is that TVS has used fake carbon fiber patterns at places possible and that's a good touch. Now that's the design trend in the Ntorq. Very modern and very youthful. That keeps on extending even to the exhaust. It's something that you don't see in scooters. It's a sporty stubby muffler with a single exhaust port. The speedometer is a big digital panel. It has Bluetooth connectivity and displays a lot of information. It can be paired with an Android phone and then it can assist in navigation, display caller ID, etc. The direct sunlight visibility of the panel is also good, and at night it has a clean white backlight. Finally, the handlebar, which is a typical scooter type, houses a lot of switches. On the left, there is the dim bar bright switch with integrated pass light control, indicator toggle and horn. And on the right, there is the engine kill switch which you don't see in scooters, then the main headlight on-off switch and also the self start button. The handle also has the weights, which is yet another addition you don't often see in scooters. TVS is marketing that the design of the Ntorq is inspired from stealth aircraft. Well, I think to an extent it's true. Chunky tires, air vent on rear, split grab rail, and very angular and sharp body with different accent 3D logo together makes the Ntorq a very modern looking scooter which might not appeal to everyone, but for me, I love the design. But the design is not the only thing that matters when you buy a scooter. The most important thing is the engine and the ride quality and comfort. The engine that powers the Ntorq is the 124.79cc 3-valve 4-stroke single-cylinder air-cooled engine. It produces a max power of 9.27 bhp at 7,500 rpm and a max net torque of 10.5 Nm at 5,500 rpm. When you turn this engine on, you'll be surprised by the sound. It's totally different from what you hear from other scooters and I liked it. And the riding experience, I'm happy to report, is good. The engine is not the most powerful, but for 125cc, it's really good. It has good acceleration and can easily gain speed. The engine also didn't feel stressed in the 70s and you can push the speed to 90 plus km/h. But then you might notice some discomfort. During normal riding speed, you won't notice any vibrations. But pushing hard, I felt some vibrations on the handle. With a curb weight of 116.1 kg, The scooter was well planted on the ground, and the ground clearance is 155 mm, and we didn't experience any issues on moderate bumpy conditions. The suspension on the Ntorq is also good. The front is a telescopic suspension and the rear is gas-filled hydraulic type coil spring shock absorber. I didn't experience any stress or strain when I rode through potholes, and the suspension used here is doing a good job. Even the seat, which has this red stitching and Ntorq tag, has good cushioning and is sufficiently long. Both the rider and the pillion won't experience any stress. I almost went for a 30-kilometer ride, and even after that, I didn't experience any discomfort. And the brakes used here are also good. The front is a 220 mm disc and the rear is a 130 mm drum. And the braking is good if it's within your limits. I did some braking test and the scooter was quick to stop without any jerking. So overall, I very much enjoyed the ride quality and comfort of the TVS Ntorq 125. Before concluding, there are some more things like this front hook and the rear hook where both are retractable and can be used to hang some grocery covers or bags. Now these hooks are not of good quality and it feels like it might break if you hang heavy stuff. But the leg spacing here is good for a person of my height, which for your reference is 176 centimeters. Even the seat height is also good. Now if you want to keep some stuff here, this space is just adequate. Now the spacing doesn't end here. There is a second storage space which is the under-seat storage, which when you open, you can see there is this LED light which will help you in finding stuff in dark, and also it houses a mobile charging port. Well, the capacity of this space is 22 liters, which is really spacious, right? But here is something I didn't like. Now this is a large size helmet which looks like it will fit, but when you try to close the seat, you can't do that. Well, a moderate size helmet will easily fit here, but still, that's something you need to keep in mind. And for the key slot, there is this main ignition port which is used to handle lock and also turn on ignition. And on the rear, there is another key slot which if you turn right will unlock the seat, and if you turn left will open up the fuel tank, which is just 5 liters. And the mileage you get in city during daily use is approximately 45 plus km per liter. And finally, for color choices, there are 6 to choose from, and the one shown in the video is the matte yellow. So for a price tag of approximately 65,400 ex-showroom, the TVS Ntorq is competing with Honda's Gracia, Activa 125, Suzuki's Access 125, etc. Well, the Ntorq has a lot of positives, and surely for me, I'm very satisfied and really like the Ntorq. But I'm not sure whether it will appeal to everyone. The design is sharp and modern, but surely not for everyone. But the engine, it's doing great now, and if it stays like that in the long run, then surely this is a very good option to go for, especially for the younger generation. You get a lot of features that you won't find in other scooters with the same price tag. That's up for this long and detailed review. Hope you enjoyed it, and if so, please do hit the like button and please do subscribe. See you again in the next video. Till then, bye.